Here with Nathan Pennekamp to preview the 2024 Concordia Cross Country season. As we record this, it's been a few days of preseason training so far. Just wanted to start out with what was something fun you were able to do this summer to get away from things?
Yeah, so this summer I worked at a Lutheran summer camp. It was a blast. I'd recommend it. Spent a lot of time doing that, working with kids, building Christian community. Loved it. It was a great kind of break from the reality and stresses that a normal part of life would have, so it was great.
Well, I know you're from Fort Wayne, Indiana. We also caught up with Rhea Koshinski, who's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. How did you end up coming to Concordia?
Well, the Concordia High School in Fort Wayne, Lutheran High School, has a great cross-country program. There's quite a few of us now out here that ran there and now run at Concordia, Nebraska. I learned a lot about running there. I had an awesome coach, Scott Steffen, and he taught me, how to really start loving running. It's not a sport that's easy to love, truthfully, but the community of that at Concordia, it was great, and I loved it, and I wanted to continue that here, and I certainly found another great community here.
How did it impact you that obviously your sisters also went here? How did that impact your decision?
That's always a plus. Very close with my family, and to have that connection to home there was great for me, and some people to depend on that I know will be there for me, so certainly a plus.
So everything since you've gotten here the past few years, what has made this experience special then, to maybe not just be part of cross-country and track teams, but also this community?
Yeah, I was going to say it all comes back to the community. I found lifelong friends here, people that have even graduated since I've started going here, but still stay connected to. Things that our team does, it's great. We have a beginning of the year alumni kind of almost like a time trial race that they can come back and run for, and it's a great time, see old friends, and make that more of a lifelong community than just the 4 years that you're here. I've made great friends. The people that you run with every day kind of end up feeling more like brothers, and that's been awesome for me.
Well, from an academic standpoint, what's the class you've enjoyed the most?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm a math education major. With that, though, I do have a Lutheran teaching endorsement. I took a class called Interpretations of the Epistles, and that's been one of my favorite classes. Learned how to write devotions, which has been really fun and great for me to use even past just that class.
Getting to this cross-country team in particular, majority of guys are back from last year. It was a really big freshman class last year. What can you say just about how this group is coming together and how you're kind of developing some of that team chemistry right now? Yeah,
I mean, obviously we've been all together now for 3 days, but everybody's been training all summer, and so we're going to come back ready. Like you said, we're returning a lot of people, most people. Calvin Rohde was our main piece that we lost last year, and he was great both from a performance and leadership perspective. But there's definitely been a transition. We have many seniors this year and juniors as well, which is not something we've had a lot of in the past. So I think we're going to bring it from a leadership perspective, and that really helps the younger guys get adjusted too. They see people who have bought into the program. Through 3 days, it's been great. We had a mile time trial that went very well, and you can already see people kind of starting to mesh. You see that support system coming together, where people feel good about the way that they're growing with the team, which is good to see.
Last couple of years, there've been some high GPAC placements. Second a couple of years ago, third last year. What does it take to compete at that level in a tough conference like this?
We certainly need depth. That way, in case anything does happen, injuries happen. And some days it's just not your day. So you need people who you can depend on even past your top 5, top 7 that can step in and fill those shoes. There are a lot of really high-performing schools in our conference. And so you need some grit, some tenacity to keep up with them, especially the way that we've kind of done things. We have a big pack that tends to stay all together. So if we can get that pack that's grown together the last couple of years to move up, I think that's going to be huge for us to have another good performing season this year.
Wanted to mention the theme that you guys had. I think Coach Beisel said it's embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck.
But there's something behind that. What can you tell us about it?
If you want, our scripture reference for embrace the suck was Romans 8:18. But cross country is not an easy sport, and it probably one of the more physically demanding sports, as anyone could probably tell you. But it's not always fun, it's not always easy, and many days, you come in and you know that you're going to have to give every bit of your physical and mental effort to work hard. And so we're deciding, we're not going to shy away from that. We're not going to let negative thoughts about running be something that brings us down. We're going to embrace it, and we're going to be gritty, and we're going to work hard together and push each other to work hard. We're going to embrace the hard parts of running and accept that and let that be something that pushes us forward.
That's one that you have to explain a little bit to people.
Yeah, it sounds a little funny off the tongue right away, but we like it. We thought it was fun.
Last thing, can I get a SCO Dogs?
SCO Dogs, look at that.